Hey Pisces, how you doing? So looking at February 2023, my name is Louisa Munson, and I'm here to guide you through your 5-minute forecast for the month ahead. So I hope you're sitting comfortably because there's a few things I'm going to rattle on through in these 5 minutes. First thing I want to really focus on is that this isn't necessarily one of your favorite times of the year. This is a time when you're often feeling slightly on edge, feeling slightly like there's a lot of things brewing in the background, but you can't quite put your finger on it. It's like your mental health is well, it's almost like you need a break. You need to have a duvet day or 2 or 3 really to get your spirits back. It just feels like there's a lot of overwhelming energies. And actually what's going on is that we've got planets going through that area of your chart that's about your unconscious mind and about what you do with it. So it's stirring up all these old patterns for you to work with. It's not comfortable, but you will find that as you go through this month, things should rebalance themselves and you should be feeling much better. Now, the first thing I really want to mention to you is the full moon in Leo, which is taking place on the 5th of Feb. Now, that's happening in the place of your chart to do with your health and vitality and your fitness. So I do think that in terms of where you are right now, it's time to really consider your mental health and your physical health. And if you can get excited about being physical, if you can get excited about looking after yourself more and being more active, then I think you'll be really helping yourself out in this month ahead. One thing I should say and share with you is that according to TCM, so like Chinese medicine, and lots of other more naturopathic medicine routes, the body lets go of what we know as viruses. You know, the body lets go of all its mucus and all its bacteria and all the things it doesn't need in it. It starts to detox itself, and that energy is stronger around the time of the full moon. So given that your full moon in this year ahead is about, or in this month ahead, is all about health and fitness, you know, to me, it feels like it's time to get proactive and start to clear out your body before the full moon on the 5th of Feb. So if you could like drink a bit more water and be a bit more conscious, get a bit more rest, eliminate more and work on all those pathways, you'll be doing yourself a huge favor, so that you don't feel like you're floundering as the full moon comes up. Now, at the time of the full moon, you'll also have the bit between your teeth about getting organized at home. So it feels like the more healthy you are, the more vital you are in terms of vitality, the more able you are to cope with life. And I think that's a great way to, carry on in this month ahead. Now, as we get beyond Valentine's Day from the 15th to 20th of February, there's this very sort of like creative time. Venus and Neptune are together in the sign of Pisces, your own house. So they're in the first house, and it feels like you're kind of romantic about yourself. It feels like you're wistful, like you are suddenly more beautiful, more romantic and magnetic and attractive. There's something very attractive about you brewing around that time, the 15th to 20th. And indeed, from the 18th, when the sun is back in your sign, it feels really like you're back in your balance again. It just feels very good. Now, where am I? The next thing that I feel that it's important to focus on is the energy that you're going into towards the 23rd to the 28th. So around that time, there's a lot of energy going into the sign of Aries. And that always stirs up money issues and resourceful issues. And any pain associated with that is likely to come up. Chiron, the wounded healer, has been there for the last 5 years at least in this part of your chart. And it really highlights where you failed with money or failed to resource things in a way that feels good. And so don't be surprised if you get suddenly triggered around the 23rd when the moon is there. And then just over the following 5 days from the 23rd to the 28th, it's important that the feelings that you are feeling acutely on the 23rd, that by the 28th, you've managed to share them with others. So it feels like the more you're able to identify what you're feeling, work through some of it on your own, get ready to share it and feel vulnerable with others. And then, really go into communion with them, I really feel that you're going to find some great results and start to work through it on your own. I think you're going to start to create miracles. That's where I'm going with this. Anyway, that brings me to the end. If I can be of any further help to you, then just drop me a line. It's louisatannermunson@gmail.com, or you could go to feelgoodastrology.com if you wanted to book a session. Anyway, have a great month ahead, Pisces, and see you next month. Lots of love.